Yes, hello, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Vaidya's Chess Hub. And it is the day when we are going to conduct the feedback session. The reason is that we had a holiday on Sunday, so we are going to make up for that loss. And I hope that everybody here, Chinmay is the first to join. Everybody here will make a note, a proper note of the feedback. Very good evening, Chinmay. Let's get started, guys. Let's get started. And especially make a note of the feedback that you're receiving for the second time in a row. Because if this is, by the way, in my background, you have our hub, and there it looks like there could be a good news next month. Hello, Disan. Good evening. Namish has typed hello in a very weird manner. The letter that you want in capital is small case, and everything else that you need in the small case is in the capital case. All right, chessmate, that's Jai. Hi, all. Itesh, very good evening. Welcome, all of you. Okay, I was saying that there could be a good news the next month about the reopening of the classes in schools. The government is serious about wanting to reopen everything by the end of November. Let's hope that that happens so that we can eventually, at least from the start of December, could meet in the hub. It's a place where we want to see each other play. Those tables are waiting for you guys. You know what? Namish, it's okay. I think you put the caps on, so you when you press the shift key that went into the small case, I figured that out. Hello, Kalyani. Good that you are here. Attend the session very carefully. Arya Mahakal, a big hello. And also a big hi to Rudra Mukadam who's here. Viang has just joined us, so that's wonderful. We have about a couple of minutes before we start with the feedback. I want to ask, you guys about another volunteer. We have got one volunteer yesterday. We selected Grant, who is willing to show his victory against a higher rated opponent. Apart from that, I believe that is Yatharth, who has just joined us. Very good evening, Yatharth. Hello, Rutu is here. Welcome all. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. So we want one more volunteer, guys. One is Grant, who actually has agreed that he will send a video. So he's there. But we are looking for one more volunteer. Let me know who it is who wants to do it. Showing a game. We want a volunteer. One more. Just one more. And this can be done by Sunday. Okay, Itesh wants to do it. Itesh, granted. That's it. Itesh then. Done. Jay is saying read the notifications, which is fantastic. Itesh, wonderful. You are the one selected. Okay, so the two volunteers are done. The search is over. One is Grant and the other one is Itesh. Both of you will show us your games against higher rated opponents. And by the way, you will send the video on happeningamail@gmail.com. That's the ID where you send your videos. Okay. Wonderful. Well, Ayush Tavde is saying finally you managed to defeat 1054 in Blitz, which is a great news. Slowly but steadily, you get from one stage to the other. Have patience. That's the key there. You must always show a lot of patience. Only then you get there. The ups and the downs. I've shared my case with you yesterday from 2100 to 1800. Okay. It's a big thing. 300 points happens when you're not in your best form. Okay, no problem. Your next target, Ayush Tavde, your next target is to come into 4-digit rating, at least 1000. It is spot on, 6 o'clock. I think let us now start with the feedback session. I want everybody to pay attention when it is feedback, well, not just essentially for you, but for someone else, because it's very likely that that same feedback could actually be applicable for you. Maybe you also do the similar kind of mistakes. Dishan is saying, sir, I sent you a victory with 1900 in bullet. Okay, fine, thank you. I'll look at that. But we want a video. So not just you sending me over the leeches. So Dishan, wait for your turn. Okay, and I think it's time now for us to start. Brilliant. Let's take a look at the podium. We always start with the the way it finished on the podium. And I guess, yes, there we go. That's how the tournament ended on Friday. I was so happy with everybody's performance. It's extremely happy. My good friend, that's Vihang's new ID, and he managed to, secure the first place, followed by Kshitij, and then there was Chinmay, who is playing, well, better with each passing day. I'm sorry for Chinmay yesterday. Shreyas Iyer lost, man. I thought of you. I told you in yesterday's stream, but you lost. Sarup C, welcome. We have our regular viewer from Thane. And so this was the podium finish. Although what is worth making a note of is Vihang's performance. 2017 was the performance. Even Kshitish's performance was up to the mark with 1894. Chinmay could have done a little better as far as his performance is concerned. It's 1749. Guys, make a note of this 1749. That's Chinmay's performance rating for the tournament of Friday. Alright. No problem, Kshitij Datta. You've not missed anything. Just started. I'm on to my first screenshot, so you have not missed anything at all. We have, before I proceed to the next screenshot, I have finalized the volunteers. The finalization of the volunteers is done. It's Granth number 1 and it's Itesh number 2. Those are the two students who will share their victories against higher rated opponents. Do send the video in the next 3 days. So today is Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday. By Saturday, you could send the videos to me so that I could share them on Sunday. Okay. All right. The next one, we are only looking at the podium finish. Ayush Tavde, we are not looking at all. There were about 26. Come on, there are 35 players. So we are only looking at the podium finishers. And the next one, well, everybody as usual, whenever you see the screenshot, kindly type the names of the white player and the black player, please. Just go ahead and do that. Who is white and who is black player here? Just go ahead and type it in the chat because it's important. There are two reasons for this. Number one, everybody is attentive. And along with that, the people who are concerned also become attentive. So that's the best way. Just type who is white, who is black here. So Ayush is the first, I believe, to type. Avnish More is here. Well, hello, Avnish. Why do I get the impression, Avnish, that one of your images was used online for a mathematics class? Avnish More, if you're listening to this, I was just surfing the net, and somewhere, I think on YouTube, I just saw your image of your childhood. Maybe it was you. Maybe I'm saying, maybe it was you for some maths class. So let me know if you are aware of any such photo taken. Ojas is here. Hello, Ojas. And yes, so we now have established who the players are. And by the way, this is Kshitij versus Pragya. And watch how this game progressed. Pragya is the one who was winning this. And Datta could share more. Avnish, I will definitely tell you actually, if possible. Well, I don't remember the page where I scrolled to because it was very accidental. If I do get to see it again, then I will probably take a screenshot and share on the WhatsApp group. I'll do that, Avnish. Don't worry. Bhargav is here. Bhargav, how are your exams going, man? I hope you are preparing very well. I'm waiting for Datta to tell us more about this because here Pragya was winning. Surprise, surprise. Pragya was winning. And in fact, Pragya here has set up a very nice threat. Look at the move Queen D5. It's so strong. Queen threatened to take on A2 and Queen A1 is checkmate. That's threat number 1. And threat number 2, she's established the hanging knight on F3. Point noted, and somebody please type it in the chat. Point noted, guys. Type it in the chat. Somebody. Most of the powerful moves revolve around hanging pieces. Most of the attacking moves, aggressive moves, revolve around hanging pieces. So here if you see, there are two weaknesses. One, there is hanging pawn on a2. The other weakness is the hanging knight on f3. And what Pragya did is she chose to play queen from d6 to d5, attacking both on the same move. So it's a fork, no doubt about that. But it's about remembering this idea. Thank you, Vyang. Thank you. Kshitij actually is saying that yes, sir, she said to me, she came to my house. She said that she had net issues. Oh, okay. But do compliment her then, Datta. I mean, I was so impressed watching this game. You mean she had come to your house, or you mean that she is in your house right now? Datta, clarify. I didn't understand this. Meanwhile, Ojas says that today is the best day of my chess career, he wants to say. But hey, Ojas, Career. That's the spelling, man. Chess career. What you've typed is chess career. Something like that. He beat 1IM 2 times. GM he had a draw and 1 FM. I mean, that is incredible. I am surprised that you're not a world champion yet, Ojas. I'm surprised that I was able to beat you once when you were playing with me. Because that's a phenomenal record. What? Really? Okay. Now, Meghna Kulkarni, well, kindly reveal your identity if you're one student using that ID, Meghna Kulkarni, or if not, then welcome to the channel. Radhesh has just joined us. Radhesh, why are you late, my dear? Are you busy with your school exams? Datta, please clarify what the situation is. She had come that day. That's what Datta is saying. Okay. So, juniors, make a note of this. Even the seniors, they overlook such things. And it's very common at all levels. So, most of the moves, like Vihang typed it for us, they have actually, they have two weaknesses, and you can attack both at the same time, creating confusion. And then that leads to winning positions. Pragya had a winning position here. Unfortunately, Pragya could not win. That's a sad part. She had a very good position, but she could not win. Another thing what the juniors should pay attention. I still get regular feedback from some of our students who just continue to play very rashly and without a thought. Well, actually, Meghna Kulkarni is Purvesh Kulkarni with his mama's ID. Okay, duly noted. It's important that you attend. The ID can change, but hey, that's good. Now, okay, so I guess, I don't know what's happening. They're winning CMs and FMs and IMs. Okay, that's great. Ojas is a superhuman. Yeah, sure. Oh, superhuman genius there. All right, and now, the juniors, I was saying, make a note, due note of the timing. Pragya lost on time. Noted. No hasty play. Nothing like 2 minutes or more than 2 minutes were remaining on her clock when she lost. Look at even her opponent. Good game this. And finally, unfortunately, eventually, Pragya lost on time. Very, very important. Okay. Even draw is very special, by the way. So, next one, please. Again, your duty starts. Please go ahead and tell me the names of the players here. Go ahead and tell me who is white, who is black here, so that I can share my feedback and tell you why I'm saying this. I'll tell you guys. So important. Go ahead, tell me. 1 minute 52 and 1 minute 18 seconds remaining. This is the all girls encounter, is it not? Now, if Pragya is here or if Prajna is here, one of the two girls can tell us why they think I've taken this screenshot. Was it what it is that happened after this immediately? Guys, I'm sure the girls remember this. 100% you remember that. What is it that happened after this? Just try to remember, if Prajna is with us, if Pragya is with us, they would remember what happened after this. The timing is 1 minute 52 and 1 minute 18. And then the thing is, one of them blundered. Correct. Reyansh with the right answer. Reyansh Inamdar with the right answer. Reyansh, fantastic, man. Reyansh is absolutely correct. Pragya blundered her queen. Pragya blundered her queen, or Prajna blundered her queen? Ooh, blundered. It's important, guys. It's important. Prajna blundered or Pragya blundered? There was bishop takes c3 that happened. And what is this move called? It is called the in-between move. Very important. We talked about it the last time. The in-between move. Prajna, yes, Vihang says Prajna should have captured the bishop. Should have captured the bishop. Yes. Unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately, the queen was taken. So queen was blundered actually in a way that's not right. Zugzwang, definitely Jay is the answer. Not Zugzwang, actually Zwischenzug, the in-between move. Not that you transfer the move. No, it's Zwischenzug. I think Ayush has the better answer here. Yeah. So bishop takes c3, and after queen takes queen, the bishop took back. So unfortunately, you lost a piece there. A point to be noted, the order of the moves is so important. After bishop takes c3, well, if you had played b takes c3, then the queen was protected with the rook on e1. The queen was protected by the rook on e1. So that was never an issue. But because you played queen takes queen, the bishop simply recaptured, and then the piece, the knight on c3, was lost unnecessarily. Okay. Now, Ojas, I will give you the assignment the day when you listen to one thing I tell you. Let me come on cam for Ojas. It's very important that I clarify a few things. Ojas, it is very nice of you to remember that I will give you the assignment, but it is very bad of you not to do one thing I tell you to. It's very amazingly surprising. First, I tell you to have one ID on leeches. Next, you have many IDs on leeches. Then I ask you to have one ID on leeches. Finally, after 10 IDs, then you say, yes, one ID, sir, I promise, I promise, I promise, I promise, I promise, I promise, sir, please, sir, I promise one ID. This is final. I promise one ID. You, Ojas, say that. Then you tell us all that now I am not going to play on leeches at all. Wonderful. So you don't do one thing you tell me, and you want me to give you the assignments. No way, buddy. It is not a one-way process. It's a two-way process. You don't do a single thing we tell you. You remember everything that I am supposed to do. You do one thing I ask you to do. We will talk about everything else later. Exclusively for you. Anyway, we will now continue. So, remember this Zwischenzug move. Zwischenzug. Alright. Let's continue with the next one. Again, your work starts. Who are these master players? Who are these two guys? I believe 2 minutes and 1 second and 2 minutes and 28 seconds. That's what it is. So, please. Yes, white is Sanchit here and black is Purvesh. Now, Purvesh, you are using your mama's ID, so I know very well now that you are with us. Now, why is it that every alternate... No, Prajna, it's okay. No problem. Prajna said sorry. Duly noted. And Prajna, see how easy it was? If you would have taken with the pawn, you would not have lost the piece. More importantly, Prajna, you had the necessary time to think. It was not like you were in time pressure. That's why the screenshots don't lie. You had the time there to think about it, come up with a good move, and then continue get the game. Okay, so here again we have Master Purvesh Kulkarni, who the next time should remember. By the way, guys, we are with Purvesh in in this sad time. I want to now share it with everybody that he lost a family member, uh, one of his grandparents, and was a patient of cancer. So I'm very sorry for the loss, Purvesh. We are with you. So I'm not going to, really be harsh on this one, but it's a general feedback that you normally always are seen playing fast, and this is fast even to my liking. I mean, slower than previously, but this is still fast. So please see to it that you next time utilize your time. Purvesh, please do that. Utilize your time. You just saw in the second screenshot of how Pragya lost against Kshitij on time. That is a better way to lose than when you have the opportunity to play with a good player and you don't use your time and lose rashly. Okay? Good, Vyang, that was very good and nice for, good that all of you support him. We are all with you. Purvesh, yeah, with you on this. Next one, please. Again, who is this? Who is the stalemate champion? Comments, people. Who is this stalemate champion? Who is this? A stalemate champion. Is it Jai again? Or is it somebody else? Oh. Yes. Saying Ayush versus the ant ID you can see there. It's Ayush versus Reyansh. And by the way, what just happened was unbelievable, right? You have a queen, you have a rook. Is Reyansh with us? Yes. So Reyansh has a queen, Reyansh had a rook, but Reyansh says no. Why should I beat my opponent? Suddenly, he was possessed by Jai's spirit. Suddenly, there was Jai's spirit inside of Reyansh Inamdar. And suddenly Reyansh said, okay, I'll be kind and generous on my opponent. I will not checkmate, although I'm in a position to do so. And I will stalemate. So with the queen, with the rook, with the pawn, with the knight on the board, checkmate. Queen g6, over. And what is very sad is you had a few seconds left to just execute a mate in 2. You can clearly see on your screen it's a mate in 2. Just 2 moves with the queen and the rook. Are you kidding me? That's not fair. No, don't blame everything to mouse slip. I got your point, Prajna. I got your point. But I don't think this was a mouse slip. Jai would agree to that. He won't agree to that. Anyway. Let's go to the next one. Guys, who are these guys playing a game that is so fast in human history? 12 moves, guys. Who, I think it's Anay. Correct me if I'm wrong. 47 seconds is a lot of time, Reyansh. Remember, Vihang the other day was talking and sharing with us how in the hub, over the projector session, I used to give challenges for half a minute to checkmate with the king and the rook. Remember? With the king and the queen is even faster. You remember, Reyansh? Here you are saying that you had 47 seconds. That's a lot of time. Reyansh, don't give me that excuse. Okay, so this is Rutu and Nidhi. Rutu is white and Nidhi is black here. Okay. So Rutu is here. Well, I saw that. Rutu was here in the chat. I did get a hi sir from him. So he is there with us. So Rutu, this is you. Now for you, Rutu, what you have to um, do is, along with using time, well, again, that's sad, is it not? You can see the time there, the top. You're not using your time. There are two things I want to say. First, do not develop your queen so early, like you can see here. Another thing is, always you use your time to calculate your opponent's threats. That knight on d4 that you see, it's a very typical idea for that knight to go on c2 and just go for a fork. It's very important, okay? Yes, Rayan says it was a silly mistake. Well, make sure or ensure that it doesn't happen again. You are a good student, Rayan. I'm sure that half a point loss, that hurt you. I'm sure, Rayansh, I'm sure it has happened that way. So next time, don't make that silly mistake. Done now. Now this one. So Rutu, next time, first of all, you have to use time. Said that many a times. Yet again, I'm saying that. Second, do not move your queen out so early. That's also a thing to watch out. And the knight, the opponent's threat. You can see that I've shown the threat with the red arrow. Always have that covered. Very important. Ojas will talk about it, man. Just focus on the feedback. I'll tell you what to do. No problem. You're still with us. You're still one of us. So, yeah. Okay, sure. No problem. You don't have to say sorry, Rutu. Just remember that don't let the same things be said over and over again. Okay? Okay. Everybody should now know the name of one of the players here, because you have the time under 10 seconds. That's a big clue. That is a big clue. Whenever you have time below 10 seconds, it's inevitably that one player. And Prajna has a nice comment. She's missing that projector session. We missed the hub. Everybody is missing the hub. Prajna, you're right about it. The projector sessions were fun, man. We used to have those coordinates game. You remember? Somebody comments the coordinate game. Guys, we used to have those coordinates. And Datta, I believe, was the record holder for that. Datta, type in the chat. What was your record for that coordinate game we used to play? Everybody, the coordinate game we used to play on Leeches, the projector session. Type your scores, guys. Type your best scores. I clearly remember Datta was the highest. On Leeches, the coordinates, one activity we used to do. And I believe I told you my score was 40. That was the best with white, 39 with black. But yeah, Datta, 56. That's huge. You remember that? That's fantastic. Datta, 56 is huge. Vyang says 53. Wow, Vyang, you can try for 56. That's Datta's highest. Datta, you should say whether you were saying this from the white side or the black side, because doing it with black was tougher. Jay says it was 23 for white and 13 with black. You can do better there, Jay. Sure. Somebody in the comments tell the newcomers about this game on Leeches. 29, Prajna says, best till now. I hope that's with white. That used to be fun, I'm telling you. That used to be fun. Datta, was it 56 with white? You have to say that. 56 is huge. I'm telling you that. It's huge. Anyway. Yeah, okay. Datta is saying 53 was with white and with black it was 37. Okay. So Ayush Tavde has no idea about what game this is. Maybe on Sunday I will show it to you. There's this coordinate thing. Is it still there? I've not done it in a long time. Arya is saying it's a game on Leeches. It's still there. Okay. It's not a projector game. The projector was in the hub, man. The game was on Leeches. We used to, at the hub, we have a projector. So when we have those projector sessions on, we used to play this game. Okay. So Datta says that between Vihang and Datta, as far as black pieces are concerned, it's a tie. Okay, Vihang, 3 more to go from white side. Huh? Prajna is saying it's a big fact. 29 with black. Ooh, Prajna is saying she's better with the white pieces. Oh, okay. Now, coming back to this feedback thing, here again, Samartha can definitely share with us his tips about how he manages to run the entire game with under 10 seconds. You look at this position, it's not exactly end game, is it? I mean, the queens are on the board, there are pawns, is castling done. It's the end of the middle game, but we haven't exactly entered the middle game. I can't clearly see that and say that. But he has under 10 seconds, and believe me, he goes on to play the entire game with this kind of time control. So this is some great ability. Just when you think that Samartha is down and out, well, he will come up with moves one after the other, churning moves like a magician, and he comes up with these moves, and he will play till the end. It's very surprising. Vihang comments, right? You got to have him for a session. How does he manage to do that? Under 10 seconds and suddenly he's a charged tiger. This feedback is for those, Purvesh, we were talking about you playing fast. Remember, Rutu, how you blundered your queen when you had a lot of time? Here you have seniors well over 1700 and they are using their time so judiciously. Wisely. Use your time that way. Yes, he did lose the game. But I mean, to make a game out of this for quite some time, even after this stage, Datta, you will agree that that's a lot. That's too much. He does that. And that's not just one time. He does that time and again. Samartha does that. Next one, please. Who are these two fantastic guys? Fantastic gentlemen here. Who are these two guys? Yes, Samartha the Grandmaster, definitely. And he will probably be known for his end game skills with great play when under 10 seconds. This was Samartha versus what? Samartha versus Chinmay. Okay. Now this one was just played out. Again, this is one of those games where again you can see Samartha, the great Samartha. You can replay this game on Leeches. Remember this. It's there. Of course, on Leeches you can get this game. Under 10 seconds. And there you go. Arya has a comment. Samartha is like Flash. Absolutely. Under 10 seconds he becomes like Flash. If he were Flash right from the start, well, he wouldn't get to under 10 seconds in the first place. But he becomes Flash when he's under 10 seconds. That's what happens. So again, this is one game where he was under 10 seconds and they played the entire game until there were two kings left on the board. And finally, Leeches did this, and Leeches said, Samartha, okay, it's a draw. Leeches did that. Samartha, it's a draw, Leeches said. It's amazing. He does that with such great consistency. Okay. But what berserk are we talking about? How can you berserk in that tournament? Next one, please. Who are these great people? Who are these? He is turtle in the opening, middle game, and he is Flash in the end game. Well put, Vihang. Well put. Yes, that's exactly the case. Okay, Itesh and me. But look at the spelling here. I-T-E-Ash and me. Okay, it's Itesh and me. So Arya, this is a suggestion that I have for you. And I have seen you do this in every game you play with this opening. I want to ask you why you do this. Clearly, I want to know it from you. Whenever you have this setup with knight on g5, bishop on c4, You always give your knight and your bishop for a rook and pawn, which is technically 6 points for 6 points. I agree with that. 6 points for 6 points. But what I don't like is that it's not practical to continue the game like this. I have seen that the player with, I mean, 2 pieces are 2 pieces. Come on, I understand it's a rook and a pawn. But at the opening stage, if you make an exchange like that, come on, 2 pieces can, they can haunt you later. So you always, it's not the only game. I've studied your games, Arya Mahakal. My advice to you is do not take on f7 like that. So always you play knight takes f7, rook takes f7, bishop takes f7 check, and king takes f7. So never make this 6 points for 6 points exchange, because at the end of the day, Arya, 2 pieces are 2 pieces. Man, that's huge. If you ask me honestly, that's huge. I would not make that kind of exchange. So please never go for that. Unless you are getting a free pawn on f7, okay, fine, makes sense at 4. But here after black has castled, you will lose your bishop and your knight. But not advised, not recommended. Okay. Rook and pawn. It's rook and pawn. Pawn on f7 and the rook 6 points, and bishop and knight 6 points. But it is not good. It becomes good for black, because at the end of the day, as I said, 2 pieces are 2 pieces. So I wouldn't recommend that. This is one habit that most juniors have. But in your games in particular, Arya, this is very prominent. So next time you have this, do not make that sacrifice on f7. Please type it in the chat. Oh, he's already typed, okay, sir. So done. Let's go on to the next one. I repeat, before we go to the next one, I repeat that for the next, that is for Sunday, by Saturday, I should have 2 people sharing their videos with me. One is Itesh and the other one is Granth. These 2 people in the chat, you can comment by okay sir or something. You have to send me the videos on happening@gmail.com showing your wins against higher rated players. Send those videos by Saturday, so that on Sunday I would be able to show the videos to all. We'll share them with everybody. Okay, well, some schools are going to open in November, or that's update by some of the students that I have received. By end of November, some students say. Keep the fingers crossed. By end of November. Aren't you guys tired of sitting at home? Well, everybody is it not? Everybody is. Okay. By end of November then. Prajna is demanding after them, can I get a chance? So sure. Jay is still claiming that no sir, no update from my school. Vihang has already clarified that he will directly attend in 10th standard. For Vihang, it is extraordinary. He will directly be a 10th standard student. Never did he see school in 9th standard. That's amazing if you think of it. Just amazing. Oh, Datta got an emoji for that. Okay. Nice. Okay, who are these fine gentlemen? The white one is a good player, e4 at e4, but the black one is not. Is it again Arya Mahakal? Help me. Namish is saying it's good to stay in home. Namish Dake, what's up? Oh, that's something new. Namish says it's good to stay at home, no school. So now the students actually like staying at home now? Is that so? Yes, for the hub it is definitely better. Come on then. A chess hub must open, yeah. Talking of schools, Namish, you think it's better to stay at home? Or do you think even the chess should only be online? Come on then. Come on, man. Alright, so this is, I believe, Arya, and I think white is Chinmay. Yes, that's right. So Bhargav is saying, no, school is awesome. Like to go out, Dishan says. Chavan is also, Master Chavan is saying, no, the schools must reopen. Anyway, advice number 2 for Arya Mahakal is the second time I'm talking to you. First advice was not to make that sacrifice on f7. And now this advice is never play bishop d6 when you have the pawn on d7. That just blocks the path of the light color bishop. Now the other way is you want to fianchetto, but that doesn't work well. Not practical. The best way, Chinmay tried the Danish gambit against you. So e4, you played e5, Chinmay played d4, and now you must take the pawn. That's number one, shown by the blue arrow. If you don't want to do that, well then go for the Nimzovich defense, which is knight to c6. You can do that. But don't play the move bishop d6. Now what happened unfortunately was you played the move bishop to d6. Chinmay took that pawn. You played the bishop takes e5. Then knight f3 gaining tempo on the bishop. And somehow, man, you lost your bishop. If you replay this game, wow, it's clearly what you did. There definitely will be Weather Chess picnic, but I cannot claim it will be this year. The things are not looking that bright. But yes, for sure, in the future, I'm telling you that yes, it's very likely that we will have an annual picnic concept for Weather Chess Up. It will be fun, man. It will be fun. I promise you that. It will be a stay picnic. Meaning we'll go on a day, maybe Saturday, we'll stay Saturday night, come back on Sunday. That will surely happen. Okay, now what's that? Yes, I told that. I think Datta wasn't there when I made the announcement, but yes, I'm not claiming we'll have it this year because again, it's almost November and things are not looking that bright. But from the next year, 2021 should bring a lot of changes, okay? Most of you would have played rating tournaments as well by 2021. Datta is the one, Samartha is the one, Vihang is the one. I want these guys to play rated tournaments next year. I'll recommend a few good tournaments. If and as and when FIDE starts conducting their tournaments. Alright, much more. So I hope Arya Mahakal has made a note of this. Okay, who are these fine gentlemen? Update please. One of them is the hair of the hub, not HAIR, HARE. One of these two is the hare, the other one is the tortoise. And now you know what happened in the story, the hare and the tortoise. The tortoise won, so the tortoise always wins. Dishan is the hare here, HARE, and Samartha is our beloved tortoise under 10 seconds, a hat trick, the third example. So now you know how I make my observations. When I say things, man, I have damning evidence that I say it with some confidence. 10 seconds perfectly. He's left 10 seconds for himself. Vihang is also, again, I'm sure he's loving this. How consistently Samartha does this. Perfect 10 seconds again. There you go. And the checkmate has been brought about. There is a little lag. It will get sorted soon. Little lag. Yes, a little lag. Now, the players, of course, will learn what to... Oh, yeah. Look at Prajna. Fantastic. Look at Prajna. Guys, look at Prajna. Nice. So Dishan, even before I start, you've said sorry, sir. So I think the screenshot speaks for itself. So Dishan, you having 1 minute and 40 seconds, that's not a proud thing. And this was the feedback I remember I used to give even when you were at the hub. Prior to this COVID-19 situation, it's almost a regular thing that you do. So make sure that you improve on this. You have a chance to play against a player who is like 300, 400 points above you. Make a match out of it. Come on. I mean, this is not done. Arya remembers the story till now. That's amazing. Avnish, hare versus tortoise. Samartha is too much consistent. Absolutely right. Perfect 10 seconds. Perfect 10 seconds. Yep, absolutely. So now we will go on to the next one. Now this is something that our dear master black player must learn. Who are the great people here? 1 minute and 26 seconds remaining. And 58 seconds remaining. Who are these fine people? Especially one with the black pieces. Hare is faster than hare, because hare are faster than rabbit. Oh yeah, sure. Hare and rabbit. Isn't it the same thing? Okay. Hare and rabbit, isn't it the same word? Hmm. And now, well, Rayan says, even I remember the story. It's Chinmay versus Granth. So Granth, one who is a volunteer for this week, but this is something for you to learn. Hello, Nachiket Patel is with us. Hey, students, Badlapurkars are joining in. Nice. So this is good for you to learn, Master Granth Utekar. So that knight going to d4, you got your own knight trap there. You had 1 minute and 26 seconds. So if Granth is with us, type something. Granth 0810, yeah. So the thing about this is you got your knight trapped. The correct move is indicated with the blue arrow. You should have played knight CE7. Why am I saying knight CE7? Because it can be knight GE7 as well. That knight comes on E7. That's the Nimzovich defense that I was talking about. What you did is after Chinmay attacked your knight on C6. You went into the enemy camp. Now somebody type this in the chat. Somebody type this in the chat. 1, 2, 3, 4 are the ranks for white. 5, 6, 7, 8 is the black camp. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the white camp. 5, 6, 7, 8 is the black camp. Somebody in the chat. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the white camp. Camp, C-A-M-P. And 5, 6, 7, 8 is the black camp. You never should, now this is a rule, even the seniors would enjoy this. As a rule, remember, in the opening stages, as far as it is possible, do not enter the enemy territory. Okay? Do not enter the enemy camp. Or yeah, we've typed it camp. Very nice. Absolutely. Why did that 5 come out like that, Prajna? What happened? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the white camp, C-A-M-P, and 5, 6, 7, 8 is the black camp. So now you see, Vyang has typed the spelling. Yeah, Vyang has typed the spelling. Nice, Vyang. No laziness there. And what has happened is, after you go in the enemy camp, Granth Utekar, Chinmay was smart enough to play C3, and after that your knight is trapped, man. The move is shown by the red arrow. You play C3, your knight on D4 is trapped. It wouldn't have been trapped had it been in your camp. 5, 6, 7, 8, remember? So you, as far as is possible, remember that you should not enter into the enemy camp in the opening phases of the game. I believe it is not too late. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you teaching us how to count? Miss Prajna, what's up? I wanted you to type 1, 2, 3, 4 as white camp, 5, 6, 7, 8 as black camp. You typed everything together. Were you teaching us how to count? She's retracted that. Okay, anyway. Let's remember that. Okay. That's why I think it's a nice point, guys. I would like to share this with you. You will now say that, sir, you play the Alakine defense. But have you observed one thing? Knight comes from G8 to F6, then from F6 to D5, and from D5 to B6. Point noted, guys. Point noted. Yeah, and again, if anybody is good at typing, seriously, go ahead and do that. Knight from G8 to knight F6, knight F6 to knight D5, knight D5 to knight B6. That's the journey of the black knight in the Alakine defense. We don't enter the enemy camp that we were talking about right now. Point noted. That's interesting here. Okay. Now, who is this one? Ooh. Who is this? OMG, right? What happened after this? Players who are... Yeah, I mean, come on. Guys, who are these guys? And I clearly remember there's something phenomenal that happened after this. Was this a queen blunder? One of the players is Durvang, I believe. Itesh versus Durvang. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Again, this is one of those time feedback. And Itesh, you can definitely recall and tell me what happened after this. Point noted, Itesh. Point noted. You are, again, the second volunteer. Granth is the first. You are the second volunteer. But learn from your mistakes. And what is the thing I've been saying? Whenever you get a chance to play against a player who is much much higher rated than you, you have to make the most out of that match. Don't think that your opponent knows nothing, although he is like hundreds of points away from you. Don't dismiss him or her. Itesh, point noted. Look at the time difference. 38 seconds and 1 minute and 20 seconds. It looks like you are the one with a higher rating. Turns out, no, it's the other way around. So, juniors, this is exactly what I'm saying. You have to make full utilization, okay, of the allotted thinking time. If you don't take things seriously, what will happen? Utilize your time. Don't go ahead and play so rapidly. That's not fair, okay? Use your time. Win and loss, all part and parcel of chess. It happens, ups and downs. Vyang will say, sure, I know that, who better? But then not using time is not so cool. It's bad. And then it becomes a habit. I'm telling you that. If you are in a habit of not using time, well, you'll develop that habit as a chess player. That's the last thing you want. A bad habit. Then that's difficult to quit. Okay, that's a bad habit. Not using, somebody in the comments, not using time can become a bad habit. Not using time can become a bad habit. That's Ayush Chavan, I believe. Oh, that's Ayush Chavan, I believe. Okay. Thank you, Datta. Not using time can become a bad habit by Datta. Absolutely. Typed in perfect way and order. Thank you, Vyang. You're also there. Next one, please. All right, look at this one. We talk a lot about Jay's killer instincts that are absent. And this time, the stalemate champion also displayed this. So there were two guys, is it not? Rayansh also did that. And now this one. This is not a stalemate one, but this is an indicator of Jay what I mean. If Samartha is consistent with his 10 seconds approach, Jay is consistent with his mild approach. Jay is very generous to his opponents. He won't finish them. Jay, you should not be aggressive off the board. True. But be aggressive on the board. Line in the chat. Do that. Line in the chat. Be aggressive on the board. Don't be aggressive off the board. OFF. OFF off. Jay, if you look at the analysis, I have on purpose taken this screenshot after the game because I wanted to show you how you are such a good player, but you yourself have not realized your own potential. And I say this with full responsibility. You have great potential, Master Jay Fulmamrikar. You're awesome. Your games show your understanding, but that don't get translated into wins. Now look at what the computer analysis says. Jay is plus 2.3 or 2.5 there. So clearly, okay, that is, you are in a better position. Black minus, sorry, not plus, minus. Black is winning. Jay is winning here. There's no doubt about it. Jay is winning here. Now, Vyang, Kshitij typing that perfectly. Be aggressive on the board. Don't be aggressive off. Don't be aggressive off the board. That's right. That's right. Spelling mistake corrected. Okay. Now, hash 7 and hash 3. Well, that's checkmate in 3 and checkmate in 7. That's possible and as and when. Hash shows also the standings for the board. That hash, Ayush Taude, shows the position in the tournament. So hashtag 7 is 7th in the tournament. hash 3 is third in the tournament. But if you see hash 7 in the analysis, that shows mate in 7. The difference, remember that. Depends on where you see the hashtag. I repeat, for Ayush Tavde, I repeat. Hash shows, if you see that in the tournament, hash 7 will mean 7th in the ranking in the tournament. But if you see hash in the analysis, it shows hash 7 shows mate in 7. That's possible. Okay, now Jay, coming back to this game. Now your pawns are nicely in the center. You have e5, you have d5. The knight on c6 is a solid piece. Bishop on e7, getting ready to castle. Now, the thing about this is, Jay should have easily just played bishop to d6. Oh, sorry, he should not have. That's a green arrow. That's what Jay played. He should not. It's easy to play with initiative and tempo, Jay. That's one of my IDs there. Play e4. You could have done that. The arrow, the blue arrow. Okay. So you could have, Jay, played aggressively. Your opponent has made the mistake of developing the queen early. You are ready to castle. So you could have played e4, making the knight move one more time. But what you did was you played the move shown with the green arrow, which means that that red arrow becomes the threat. It's not the threat right now. But because you played what is shown by the green arrow, you lost that pawn on d5. You lost that pawn on... Guys, it's blue, it's not blue. Blue is B-L-E-W. B-L-E-W. The past tense of blow is blue. The color is blue. Remember that. It's yellow, not yellow. It's yellow. It's blue. Please remember that. It's not blue, it's blue. Yeah. So, it's not blue. Blue is the past tense of blow with the wind. Okay? Blue, B-L-E-W. That's another word. And B-L-U-E is blue. But blue, remember, cut the bub. Blue. That's what it is. Jay, I hope I have expatiated enough. And please type something in the chat if you are with us. Don't give your pawns like that. You are winning minus 2.3, 2.5. Clearly, it is your game, Jay. But it is your magnanimous approach. I've used a nice word here. Magnanimous. Forgiving your enemies. Generosity to your opponents. You lose your games from winning positions. Jay is saying, okay, sir, I'll develop the killer instinct. Remember, Jay, aggression over the board. It's required. Off the board, don't carry, your aggressive nature. Thanks, Vyang. Initiative and tempo, man. Who is this? OMG, right? OMG. Who is this? Impressive, right? Yes, Avnish, tomorrow we'll have our word games. Search the word or find the word or something. Prajnath, thank you. Kavish is black. Yeah. And Vihang, okay. Kavish, if you are with us, you did the same mistake that Itesh did, that Purvesh did. Playing too fast here. Playing too fast. Oh, Vihang and Kshitij? Vihang and Kavish, right? Vihang versus Kshitij, I think Namish, you got it wrong, right? Well, what's up with that? It's Kavish, right? Okay. Who is chessmate Jay? So you are questioning and answering yourself, Dishan. That's interesting. It's very interesting there. Whoa, Dishan, that's interesting. Who is chessmate dash Jay? See the question and the answer all by Dishan. Okay, nice. In the chat, it's something funny there. Now, utilizing time, another key factor highlighted. Why were you playing against Vihang, my good friend, so fast when he is well over 2,000? This is amazing. You have gotten an opportunity to play with a player who is so strong. You should try to give a tough fight. And how are you going to give the tough fight? By using your time. Impressed. How many times, guys, do you see me saying that my opponent has earned my respect. In chess, it's very important. Win, loss, okay, come on. But the opponent should understand. How does Omkar sir play with all of you guys on Friday? Does he play hastily? Or if he wants, he can play hastily. But then he takes everything very seriously. Even in winning situations, Omkar sir does use his time. You've seen that. When I play on Wednesdays, time utilization is there. And I am happy when my opponent also uses time. Shows that he's taken the game seriously. So Kavish point noted that it's very important. All right. 6 times on Wednesdays is what? Tell about ID. Why did Datta type that 6 times on Wednesdays? I have no idea. Okay, anyway. Now, let's continue with it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who are these fine people? The checkmate, the queen at 7 checkmate. Queen takes h7 checkmate, in fact. Guys, we are coming to the end of this. Let's do this quickly. Remember the volunteers, Itesh and Grant, send me the videos by Saturday so that I can share with everybody on Sunday. Tomorrow's session will be the tactical positions and very important, the chess term search. And Rudra Mukadam will have the answer. Ojas, I'll tell you subsequently what to do. Nothing for today. Relax, man. Don't ask me the same question like I'm not listening to you. I have made a note of your question, Ojas. When there is time, at the right time, I'll tell you what to do. Nothing for now. Relax. Just continue with your studies. Continue with your chess study. Oh, just don't worry about it. Dishan and Manas. Okay. So I think this is... Who is white? Who is black? You have to tell me that. Dishan is white, is it not? And Manas. Okay. So Manas is black. You all agree with that? So Manas, I think the time... I think the time is important again. Guys, somebody type their time left for black as well as for white. What is the time control remaining, that is? The time remaining for white and the time remaining for black. So important. This time I believe it was Manas who underutilized his time. Just thinking time allotted. He always seems to be in a great deal of hurry. And often he gets checkmated on this h7 square, a typical setup with either the bishop controlling h7 with the d3 square or with the knight on g5 like you can see here. Exactly. Well over 2 minutes remaining. So if Manas is with us, fine. Otherwise his friend Arya Mahakal, please pass on the message. Arya, please pass on the message to Manas. Tell him that I showed this screenshot from his game. The time control is 3 plus 2. And so when he gets checkmated, he has more than 2 minutes remaining. So what? He played the entire game in a matter of few seconds? What kind of serious play is that? Arya Mahakal, please pass on the message to him. That's not fair, okay? That's not fair. Well over 2 minutes remaining, you cannot lose like that. That's so not fair. Another thing that I want to highlight, let me come on main cam for this. I wanted to highlight one more thing. Some players are very smart. Now in the comments, Vihang, Chitej, you would love this. What? You know what? Some juniors, I'm a very keen observer. I'm telling you, as a coach, I've noticed this. What happens is, some players play very fast. But you know, when they see me, my name in the spectators, observe the seniors will love this point. When they see Ameyav or Ameyavi, my ID in the spectators, they realize that, oh, Amey sir is watching. They try to impress me by thinking. Have you realized, seniors, what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? Seniors, in the comments, do you understand what, do you know what they do? So they play fast. Then when they see me as a spectator, you know, on Friday I observe all the games. So when they see that, oh, Amey sir is there as a spectator, all they do is try to impress me. Then their move will take 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Then they will make the move. Even when the move is very obvious. The moment I deviate from the game and come back to the same game, checkmate, over. The game is over. It's already checkmate. Seniors, do you understand? This is nice. When I come back to the game, then it's already checkmate. The game is over. But when I was there, ooh, yeah, there was time used. It's amazing, amazing. Thanks, Vyang. As seniors are telling you, it's not so easy to fool. Coach knows 100%. You think I don't know? Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Whom are you kidding? And there are quite a few, I don't want to take names, but there are quite a few players who do that. So, very important. Prajna, I didn't take names, but I am saying that that happens. There is super fast play. Ooh, Amesar comes in the spectators. Slow. And then the moment I go and come back, the game is over by that time. It is over. Something I had to share, and I'm sure the seniors understood the point. Such a nice point. I thought I'll share this with you. One of the last feedbacks now. It's almost 7. Not almost, it's 7 now. So we'll stop after this. Now this one again is so interesting. Who is the black player here? Just kindly tell me. This is really fantastic. Super cool. Who is the one with the black pieces here? Just tell me. Even the white, of course. Prajna, you're saying that's a good idea. Aha. So there you go. You cannot fool the coach. Prajna, I watch everything. So don't think that when on Friday I don't play the tournament, I have no work. I'm a very keen observer. That's what a coach does. I watch things closely, girl. Very important. Namish. Yeah, Namish says it's 7-3 almost. We are almost, Namish, done with this. And look at the one with the black pieces. That's why Namish is reminding me about the time, because it is his mistake now. Funny again. LOL. LOL. Okay. So Namish is you versus Gopesh. But Namish is with the black. Now, it is so easy to overlook such things, but not when you have a lot of time left. Yes, Vihang, you can go. This is almost my last screenshot. Thank you so much for joining. Vihang was also there for the English class. So Vihang, thanks for joining. You were there for my English lecture as well. We'll meet tomorrow. Bye and all the best. Bye, Vihang. And we will also stop after this, but let me share this quickly. You played the move shown with the green arrow, and that means that pawn on a7 suddenly, had no support, which at the moment is protected. It was so simple. Again, we are talking about the enemy camp. Now, I think Datta is a senior here. Datta should tell. The white knight is on b5. So, the white piece is in the black's territory. So, black should not have tolerated that knight. I'm sure Ayush Tavde is listening closely to this. It's very important. Okay? Very important. The point I'm making is that the white knight is on b5 is in the enemy camp. Black should not tolerate this. Namish should not have tolerated that knight's presence on b5. So if you push the pawn, should move c6 indicated by blue arrow. Very important that you drive that knight out, and then you could have long castled if you wanted to. But over here, you tolerated the knight's presence on b5. You long castled 0-0-0, and you lost that pawn on a7 with a check, so the knight could come back. Soumitra is here, and no problem, Soumitra. Well, you can continue with your studies. It's very important, Soumitra. We will definitely, of course, have you. You're regular. No problem. All the best. Please let us know how your exams are going. At the moment, he says my exams are going on. I hope they are going very well. Okay. He can watch this session offline. We are almost done now with this. So I hope that everybody has realized, Datta, you've realized, right, that this is the enemy camp. Or you can type in the chat for Namish. Don't tolerate, and Datta, this is important for you as well, because you don't take care of your king. I've seen that. Don't tolerate the presence of the enemy pieces in your camp. C-A-M-P, in your camp. Drive them out, and then you can come back. Okay? And I think we are now done with one last feedback that I have to give. Guys, type their names in the chat. How many people do you see on pause mode here? Thanks, Datta. Namish has done that. Enemy camp. Yeah. Do not allow your pieces, your enemy to put his pieces on in your camp. You be careful when your pieces are in the enemy camp. Mayank, Kunal, Raj, 4 players on pause mode here. That doesn't please me as a coach. I'm a very good. I told you I observe all these things. Why enroll in a tournament if you are going to be on a pause mode half your life? So that's not fair. So make sure that that doesn't happen. I think Sagar can pass on the message to Mayank. Huh? Sagar, you better do that. Is it not? I approved his ID, and if he wants to be on a pause mode, that's not fair. 4 guys. That means 4 guys are gifting 4 points to 4 different opponents in a Swiss League tournament. That's huge. You get 1 point just like that. Very, very important. Okay, it went well. So for Saumitra, I believe there are some more tests to go, but he is doing well as of now. All the best, Saumitra. That's it, guys. We are now through with this feedback. I hope you enjoyed it. We're going to meet tomorrow, and we are going to have the tactics session, and along with that, we will play the word search game. Saumitra, if possible, you can join us for that. That will happen after the tactics. Rudra will get the answer of why I have 3 white lines there. We will meet then tomorrow. Take care. All the best for those who have their exams. Bhargav, thanks for joining. Arya, pass on the message to Manas. Take care. Bye-bye.